My name is Ciara, and I am a femininity coach that helps women to strive and thrive at their highest feminine potential. I'm also a meditation guide, and I create products for women who want to blossom even further into their femininity and understand and learn their feminine design. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in or resonates with you at this phase of your journey, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and join us on this channel as we grow and blossom into our highest feminine design. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 signs that you are evolving. And if this message reached you, it's likely that these signs will resonate with you, at least one of the 5. Okay, 5 signs that you are evolving. Number 1 is you're replacing old vices with elevated habits. So things that you used to not be able to go a day without, or things that you used to do that brought you entertainment and things like that, they no longer resonate with your frequency. And for that reason, you've either stopped doing them or you know that it's time to stop doing them. See, as you raise your vibrational frequency and as you heal and elevate your mind, you will naturally stop doing things that the previous version of you loved. And that's because those habits are no longer a resonance with the frequency that you're now embodying. And that's an amazing thing. And I will share with you one of my vices that I used to do religiously that I no longer do anymore because it simply feels pointless. I no longer have the taste for it. And that habit was smoking. Honey, I used to love to smoke me a blunt. And then I reached a point where I'm like, this isn't really serving me anymore. And it doesn't even taste good anymore. You know, I did pray and I asked God to remove the desire and the taste from my mouth. And He did just that. Because now the smell of weed, the smell of a blunt makes me just nauseous and sick to my stomach. So I can no longer take it. If I were to hit a blunt right now, my spirit would reject it. I would probably start coughing and probably get nauseous and want to throw up. And that's because I would be trying to do something that my spirit has already told me, like, you're done with this. You had your time with it. It serves you well at the time that you used it. But now I'm taking you higher. And for that reason, I need you to be a cleansed and clear vessel. No smoking. Now, I will say this about smoking. I'm not against smoking. I do think that the herb can be very beneficial, as it does help you to tap into your subconscious minds and hear spirit a little bit more clearly sometimes. So I'm not against it, but what I will say is smoking itself has become very toxic. The herb is no longer prepared and nurtured the way it was intended to be by the creator. So these days, you never know what's in that pack. You know what I'm saying? So if you're feeling it on your spirit as well to let go of whatever habit that might be for you, it could be smoking, it could be over consuming content, it could be having sex with somebody that you know is not good for you. It could be anything. Whatever that vice is, baby, let it go, let it flow, because the longer you hold on to it, it will delay your progress. Number 2 is life either seems to be getting much easier or much harder. At this level of your journey, you might be experiencing a season of ease and flow and peace. And that's just a showing of how much work you've been putting in and how much healing you've done and awakening and cleansing and purging. Whereas on the opposite side of that, life might be getting really difficult. But understand that the higher you go, the more resistance is created. But it's just like a muscle. You need a little bit of resistance in order to build strength. So if life is getting a little bit more complicated for you, no worries. This could be a good sign because this could mean that you're developing the strength and the endurance that you need to make it through the next phase of your journey. So whether or not life is getting easier for you or harder for you, stay in the ring, keep fighting, keep going, because when you push through this season, watch and see what the Most High has in store for you. Number 3 is your circle is changing. Certain friendships that you may have had from your past, these could be childhood friendships, these could be even new friendships. If you find that your circle is kind of going through like an adjustment phase, that's okay, because you are an ever evolving being and your evolution is consistent. And sometimes we may grow apart from individuals. Hopefully you're not growing apart from people in a negative way or in a toxic way, but sometimes that's needed in order for you to align with the people who are truly for you. So the more that you evolve, unless your friends are growing with you or on a somewhat similar path to you, more than likely you may have experiences where you all vibrate away from each other. That doesn't mean that someone's better than the other. That doesn't mean that it has to be negative. It could be no love lost at all. But as you grow, naturally your circle is going to match who you are today. So the friends that you have today may be different from the friends that you had 5 years ago, because the more that you elevate, the more that you cultivate your own journey and fall in tune with yourself, naturally, yes, your circle is going to require a little bit of adjusting. And the Most High will take individuals from your path so that you can grow even more and create space. Same way that the Most High will do that for your friend that you may have grown apart from. The Most High is doing the exact same thing for them. We're all on different journeys. We're all on different paths. So if this is happening, do it with love. Let go with love. Be grateful for the experiences that you had with them. Be grateful for the lessons that you learned through them, and move forward knowing that more aligned friendships and connections are on the way. This doesn't have to be friendships alone. This could also be relationships. Even if it's your partner, if you feel like there's been a lot of friction, or you no longer feel equally yoked with your partner, things of that nature, that's okay too. That's because both of you are growing. And if y'all aren't growing together, baby, then y'all are growing apart. So keep that in mind and know that severed connections or connections where you grow apart from individuals is perfectly fine. You have to change. You have to grow. That's the only thing consistent. And if it's in your heart to hold on to an individual, you will know in your spirit. But you'll also know in your spirit when it's time to let something or someone go. Number 4 is your desires in life have shifted. So if your desires in life are changing, if what you want out of life is changing, how you may have saw your life to unfold years and years ago, that may not be the same vision that you hold in your mind now. And that shows how much you've grown. It shows how much you've elevated, because the fact of the matter is that you're not the same person that you were 5 years ago. You might not even be the same person that you were last month. So you're constantly evolving, you're constantly changing. So naturally, the desires that you have in life, the vision that you have for your life may shift, it may change, and it may elevate. I'll give you an example for mine. A long time ago, I did used to feel like I didn't want to have any kids, because I'm like, I just want to live my life freely, and I want to travel the world, and I want to meet new people, and I don't want to be bound by children. And my family growing up, I didn't witness like a successful family dynamic, so naturally that made me not want to have a family of my own. However, the more that I've healed myself and cleansed and purged and awakened, I realized that just because those things happened in my childhood doesn't mean that that's the reality that's going to happen for me. So I realized also that I would love to be a mother someday. And I think I would make a wonderful mother someday. And it took me healing myself and evolving to make that change within my mind and to make that decision that yes, I do want to be a mom. So my desire in life shifted. Whereas I used to just want to be the rich auntie, baby, now I want to wake up to my kids telling me, Mommy, I'm hungry. I want to hear my children running around the house. I want to make big pots of soup. And, I want to paint my baby girl's toes and retwist my son's locks. Like my desires in life have changed. So part of your evolution is recognizing the fact that what you may have felt before or what you may have saw for yourself in the past, it may shift and it may change. And that's a wonderful thing. That's a beautiful thing, because before you were healed, you saw your life through the lenses of trauma. Before you awakened, you saw your life through the eyes of fear. But you've been working on yourself. You've been healing yourself. You've been doing the intentional work that needed to be done so that you can grow and bloom and prosper and enjoy your life. So if your desires in life have shifted and have changed, congratulations, boo, because that shows amazing growth. And last but not least, number 5 is you're returning home to your true self. And you may be thinking, well, what does that mean? Who is my true self? So what I mean by that is when we're born into this world, we're born into a system that was already created before we got here. And that system already had a way to describe you, a way to describe your mother, your grandmother, and all of your ancestors. And because of that, unconsciously and subconsciously, you adopted that identity as well. So whereas you came into the earth as a pure being, pure soul, pure essence, this world has a way of manipulating us into believing, oh, maybe I'm this, or maybe I should carry myself this way, or maybe I should follow the crowd and do what the crowd is doing just because it's popular, and that's because that's the only thing I know. That's when you develop a false identity. That's when you develop a sense of self that you were never ever meant to adopt, because it was created by society but not by the Most High who created you. See, the Most High created you and sent you to this earth with purpose. When you were born, you knew exactly who you were. You knew exactly what your purpose was, where you come from, who your creator is, all of those things. And over time, because we've existed in this system for so long, we slowly begin to lose sight of who we are. But through healing and awakening and evolving, you begin to return to that essence within you of who you truly are. You begin to shed that ego and realize, oh wow, I'm actually a soul here. I actually don't want to do that. I'd rather do this. Or I don't agree with that. I think this way. That is when you begin to remember who you truly are. That's when you begin to remember your soul's blueprint. So if you've been shedding the layers of who society told you were, or even who your family may have accidentally told you were, it could have even been a stranger who told you were something that you were not. That's not even you. Only you can define who you are. And you define that by getting closer to the Most High. Because the Most High is the one who created you. The Most High is the one who knows you inside and out because you're his child. And so for that reason, the closer you get to Spirit, the closer you get to the Most High, the more you remember, oh my goodness, I remember now. I remember who I am beyond this world. I remember who I am beyond this body. I remember who I am beyond the titles. You're so much more than what you've been led to believe. So if you do feel that, and if that resonates for you, boo, That is amazing, because that shows that the evolution is unfolding beautifully for you. That shows that you're evolving and you're shifting, and not only that, you're returning home. And nothing feels better than coming back home on a spiritual level. And for my ladies who love to read and elevate their mind, who would like any sort of assistance or guidance on your journey and on your path, I did write a book specifically for you. And it teaches you how to come home to your true self. This book shows you how to meditate, how to heal and awaken and thrive. It teaches you how to have true knowledge of self, to not be changed by the world, but to live in the world, but not of the world. It's called Sanctuary of Peace. I'll read the back to you. The back of my book says, "Come home to your true self by awakening to your pure essence. Deep at the core of your being, the Most High is there, leading you and loving you as you navigate this vision. Through sharing my own experience and wisdom, I aspire to guide you back to the loving embrace of the Most High within you. Sanctuary of Peace will assist you in treating your body like a sanctuary, because you are the temple. Cater to your inner kingdom, nourish your soul, and cleanse your spirit. Blossom like the beautiful being that you are." If this message resonated with you, and if you would like to have this book, tap the link in the description below and this will be yours. So ladies, that's all that I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching the video. If the message resonated with you, drop a heart or any comments. Share this with a friend, and be sure to subscribe and join this collective, because we're going to grow and blossom into our highest feminine design, because we are the leaders, we are the mothers of the next generation, we're the teachers, we're the healers, the nurturers. And so it's important for us to honor ourselves first, so that when God puts us in that position, we can show up as our highest and best self. All right, I'll see you in the next video.